Hey everyone, we're back. Tape 6.6, Free Flow 21, Focus 21. Before that, I just have some good news. I just launched my first ebook. It's going to cover everything about the gateway in a very simple and short way. It's for beginners and advanced. There's how-to guides, tips, tricks, and summaries for any question you might have. There's a journal, a lot of information, and I promise if you don't like it, just tell me and give it back to me. So yeah, I'll put the link to that in the description of this video. So with this tape, I made a very big breakthrough, and I think it's gonna help you too with your experience. So wave 6, overall, it's about learning how to be able to go to other dimensions. When we say other dimensions, okay, it could be visual, it could be in many ways, but what we really mean is that we can access deeper states of consciousness more easily, get information that you can't usually get in a normal state. So look at it this way, okay? Look at a radio. When you change the frequency, you get another channel, right? You change the frequency, you get another station and another channel when you change the frequency on the radio. Think of it this way. We are the radio, and when we use a gateway tape, we are changing our frequency to access a different channel, access different information. And that channel, usually we could only access it with Focus 21. So this is what we're doing. We're using Focus 21 to access other dimensions and get information that we don't usually get access to. So really, the benefit of doing Focus 21 is to really achieve profound clarity. A lot of clarity. You will be able to understand things in the state that you can't usually understand. So it's really, really cool. So I did this tape twice. Again, both times, the tape felt like 5 minutes. This tape is 40 minutes, but it felt like 5 minutes, both times. I did it twice just to make sure I was ready to move on. It's the last tape of wave 6. So, okay guys, wow. So, the first time I did it, I went back to the white room. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that in Introduction to Focus 12, I had a crazy experience and I went to this white room. I went back to the same white room. It was amazing, but I couldn't stay long there because we had to, the guide in the tape, he tells us to do some specific things. And I also saw the same woman from that tape, Intro to Focus 12, I saw her again in this tape, the same one. So in both times that I did this tape, I went to another world, and it looked like a different planet. There was water, trees, rocks, but everything was in a different shape. Even the sky had a different color. Check this out, okay? And the second time I did the tape was more or less the same experience. However, this time I saw 6 people on that planet. They were like meditating. They looked like half human, half magic. It's weird, like they had a lot of colors, a lot of things, like the Avatar movie, if you saw, they kind of look like that, but more human than that. So check this out, okay? I really wanted to understand what does my experience mean, especially how twice I had more or less the same experience. I went to the same place and I saw the same people. Both times my 2 non-physical friends were with me. If you saw the tape I made about non-physical friends, they are like guides that are with you through your experiences and journey, and they can help you with stuff. So I tried really hard to interpret my experiences, okay? Now check this out. Tell me if this makes sense. Those 2 guides, I said they have a helmet on, right? It looks like a motorcycle helmet on. What that could mean is that, so the helmet, motorcycle helmet, represents protection in a fast situation or in a transformation. In that kind of environment, a helmet is like the protection. So as I am going personally through a lot of change, transformation, that symbol, these guys could be a way to protect me and guide me through this change. Also, guys, the first time I did this tape, that woman that I saw, so she was holding my hand for most of the tape and like consoling me, saying everything is going to be all right and trying to make me feel better. What does that mean? I think that I was experiencing deep healing. On a very deep level, I was going through deep healing that you can't normally go through unless you go to like 10 sessions with a psychologist. but that's what I did with just meditation. I really think that's what happened. Especially after the tape, I felt great. Especially how the tape only felt like 5 minutes, even though it was 40 minutes. That is another symbol, I think. Something that happened. That's how I'm trying to interpret my experiences, because they cannot be random, especially if it happened twice. And the other thing, these people that I see that were meditating on this planet, they could be real people that were on the same frequency, same radio station as me at the same time, and they were at the same planet. And there is a saying, a knowing in the gateway, that there is a place where practitioners can meet. I think that's what that was. I think they were meditating, it looked like they were in deep meditation just like me, and I really feel that maybe we were all there at the same time, and because we were on the same frequency, focus 21. So when I'm trying to make sense of my experiences, this makes a lot of sense to me, the way that I'm interpreting this. What do you think, really? Something else, guys, that I'm trying to interpret is how I'm able to communicate with my non-physical friends through vibrations. I looked this up to try and understand what it could mean, and they say that that is a sign of telepathy. That is how people who do telepathy communicate. So this makes a lot of sense also with my remote viewing experiences, how they've been so real. So I think telepathy can be a reason why I'm having these vibrations as a way to communicate and receive information. Very interesting. The next wave is wave 7. I can't believe we made it this far. It's very exciting. Wave 7 is about being conscious when we go into different states. It's about mastering our experiences and having more control about where we go and what we do when we're doing deep meditation. It's going to really be about becoming the teacher. We're all going to become the teachers and masters of the skill. Very exciting. If you've done wave 7, please let us know about your experiences. Also remember, at the end of the gateway tapes, we still have to find our own ways to reach focus 49. And in this book that I made, I do share some ways that we can all use together to reach focus 49. This book can be like a modern version of the guidebook, because the guidebook is kind of outdated. I think it's over 20 years old, if not more. So mine has like more information relevant to our current generations, current times. So I hope it's helpful for you. If you have any advice or want to share any of your experiences, please let us know down below. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Good luck and take care.